Hello teachers, and welcome back to the second video in this series on how to teach the 2D game programming course provided by Rex K12. In this one, we will be discussing the Technology Learning Platform, or TLP for short, what you can do with it as the instructor, and the teacher guides provided within it that you can take advantage of. Let's begin with the teacher guides. There are 6 projects that the students will be following for this course, and each project comes with its own teacher guide for the person instructing the course. Teacher guides are a way for the instructor to know what to expect from the lesson. We will be looking at the Project 1 teacher guide. The guide includes a short summary of what the videos will contain, as well as the recommended pacing on how long you should spend on the entire project. This recommendation is by no means set in stone. It can and should be broken whether you need more or less time according to your discretion. The homework part of the project refers to work that the students are expected to complete that is not contained in the videos. These usually involve adding some kind of addition to the game that they have already made. Everything in the teacher guide can be seen as a recommendation and does not have to be followed one-to-one. However, you can use it as a valuable resource that will help you structure your approach to teaching this course. Now let's talk about how to use the TLP to your advantage. Find the Summer Camp 2D Game Design link on the navigation bar and click it to go back to the main course page. From here, click on the gear in the top right and select Turn Editing On. At this point, you will see the option to edit each and every video and activity on the TLP, and even the option to add something to it. You can use this to hide or reveal activities, add or remove restrictions, or add any additional resources that you might want to add for your students. To add a restriction, click on the Edit button and select Edit Settings. I'm going to be using these surveys as my example. You can add a restriction after clicking on Edit Settings by going to the option that says Restrict Access, clicking on Add Restriction, and from here you can choose whether to restrict by the date, by a certain number of days that have passed, or by activity completion. I'm going to be using the activity completion and choosing the pretest. Once you have set the Restrict Access, you can click on Save and Return to Course, and the activity will be restricted. Additionally, if you want to remove a restriction, simply go to the Edit Settings section, go to where it says Restrict Access, and then click the X on whatever restriction is already there. Once you have done that, click Save and Return to Course, and the activity will no longer be restricted. To hide or reveal an activity in the TLP, click on Edit and click on Edit Settings. Once the page loads, scroll down to the section that says Common Module Settings, click on it, and on the Availability section, change the option Hide from Students to Show on Course Page. Or if you're trying to hide the activity, change the option from Show on Course Page to Hide from Students. Once your status is set on the activity, scroll down to Save and Return to Course, click on it, and once you go to the main page, you will see that the activity is either hidden or visible based on what you have chosen. To add material to the TLP, click on the link that says Add an Activity or Resource. From here, you can add all sorts of materials and content. However, you as the instructor will likely be adding something from the resources section. You can add a book that you think would be beneficial to your students' learning, a file for them to download if they need to download it, or a URL for them to navigate to a website you think might be helpful for them. The options are endless, and play around with this to see what you can add and how you can customize the course to truly make it yours. Now that you have an understanding of the teacher guides and how to use the TLP, join me next time where we'll be talking about how to begin the course and how to teach the course in both synchronous and asynchronous styles.